look around the libertarian world right now, those of us, whether the hardcore anarchist voluntarists, whether it's the minarchists, we come across both our own sentimentalism or the sentimentalism of other people who don't want to see change happen. And to me, where I see the biggest sentimentalism, the biggest attachment to the form of a thing, rather than to its purpose, the biggest attachment to keeping on with a thing because it's familiar, rather than because it's good. Where I've seen the biggest addiction to the familiar, a persistent addiction that says, I will stick with this familiar because I was shaped by this familiar, rather than let me find something better for the next generation, has been actually in education. It's been in discussions around schooling. It's been in discussions around college. But it's not the only area by any means. See, in schooling, it's hard for us to look, it's hard for anybody to look at schooling objectively because it's a place for many of us that we have so many fond memories. When people talk about, getting rid of schools in this form, we have so many fond memories of what it was like to be there. We think of the friends we made, we think of the pranks that we pulled. We think about, sitting in the front of class to achieve, or sitting in the back of the class to joke around. And so many of us have such close association with that. And when we do the same with college, those of us who went to college, we have many of the same associations. Why? Because we were from ages 18 to 22, and that's where so much of your maturation comes forth. That's so much of where you become who you are, where you really become who you want to be as a person. So many first things happen in high school and college. Your first date, your first going out with somebody, your first time of really struggling with defining yourself as a person, your first challenges and successes, they happen there, and so we become attached to them. And in that attachment, we become limited. Today, what we're seeing in education, in my opinion, is a deep and fundamental belief that education must absolutely improve as long as it stays basically exactly the same.
More money.
That education must become something fundamentally and drastically better as long as it doesn't look too different. As long as education looks like what we're all familiar with, it can change, but it has to change within those boundaries. And of course, those of us looking at that objectively find it silly. Of course, you can't make quantum improvements. Of course, you can't make major improvements of things just stay as they are. Right now, what we have happening is the opponents of liberty. They know that people get addicted to the familiar. They know that people become sentimental. They know that people are afraid of fundamental and big changes. Most of the big changes in American society are things that just kind of were forced to happen. They're not really things that we embraced openly when they first came about. I remember, for example, even when I consider the two big conveniences in my life right now, Netflix and Amazon Video. But when they first came around, I thought, what a ridiculous idea. What an insane way to watch a movie. When you don't go to a video store with your friends or family, you don't go and debate about what movie to watch, you don't go and do any of these things that were to me such a tradition of what you do. You just push a button and you watch a movie. You don't even get a physical object to put on your shelf. It's like a nothing. But eventually the pragmatic advantage outweigh that sentimentality. And I want to talk about how making the pragmatic advantages outweigh sentimentality in a lot of areas.